Praise God, everybody. This is Trey G. Welcome to Chats with Trey. And today I have the honor of bringing on some of the brothers. Really, that's the name of the show, the brothers. And we got first, we have Tolu Ocean Shania.
Ocean Shania, yeah.
All right. You're a freshman, correct? He's a freshman. We have Kyle Walker, who's also a freshman. We have Valerian Riddle, who's also a freshman. We got a lot of freshmen on the show. And we have one guy who's not a freshman. We have Marlon Cannon. And how you guys feeling today? How you guys feeling right now?
I'm great.
Good.
Chilling.
Good.
Okay. Chilling. That's great. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is we're on Ohio University's campus. How would you define college life, being away from home, dorm life? Is that right?
For me, college life is different for everybody, every person. But for me, it was just being away from home and being able to be responsible and being accountable for myself and having no one there to, guide you really, as a young person. So.
Just piggybacking off what he said, just like at home, you got your parents to stay on top of you if you like messing up in school or something, or just anything. You can go home to them, talk to them if you got a problem. But here, you more on your own and to yourself, and you learn to deal with it.
Yeah, basically the same thing. It was more of an eye-opener for me though, just because I realized for one, I can be responsible at this, but at the same time I can't be responsible at the same. I'm not totally an adult. It's kind of I'm becoming a man, but there's still some childish things I'm doing. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you're responsible, but at the same time you don't have as many responsibilities as a real adult. But you're classified as adult. You have to make adult decisions, but at the same time you don't have all the responsibilities that a real adult has in the real world. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you have to deal with too. And I mean that can be a good thing because you have the opportunity to do a lot of different certain things without that responsibility bearing on you. But at the same time, I think a lot of students, because they don't have that real responsibility, sometimes it can be a game for them, or they don't take it as seriously. So
Okay.
I mean, but it's college life is very different for a lot of different people, I think.
Okay. And keeping it at Ohio University because it's where we're at. Majors. Let's go around and give our majors.
I'm a mechanical engineer.
Political science.
I'm a photojournalism and French major.
Okay. What has been the biggest adjustment scholastically being down here?
About studying. I wasn't used to that really in high school, but now I learned the importance of studying and being prepared for class and things like that, and what the consequences are of not doing that.
Okay.
How much more fast-paced it is, and a lot more reading you have to do. And like you said, in high school I never studied at all, and I still did well in school. And then you come here and you gotta just buckle down and know when to have fun and when not to.
Yeah.
Just kind of piggyback off of what Tolu said, just the studying habits, just as far as that, because I wasn't one of those people who studied either, but just coming into a place where you got to study, and then reading as well. Reading is overlooked, because reading, I mean, I'm a good reader, but now I got to read for just to learn stuff, and it's a different feeling than other types of reading I've done.
For me, just getting used to teachers. I think in high school, teachers took a lot more time to teach you the material. In college, even though you're paying these professors thousands of dollars a year to teach you this material, you don't have the same interaction with them.
Yeah.
They don't teach, sometimes they don't teach material as well, not all professors, but just really, adjusting the teachers, and then also just trying to figure out how am I going to make this education useful to me now. Because in high school, you can go along and take like whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, not whatever you want, but you take the classes and you just want to get the grade. But in college, you take classes and you need to make sure you're learning something so you can
Yeah.
use it, you know, later on. So.
Yeah. Cool. Quick question. How important is God in you guys' life?
It's pretty important to me.
Okay.
Right now, I feel like I need to get myself closer to Him.
Yeah.
So, and it's always been important in my life through my parents. So,
Okay.
He's my number one most important thing. Like, I try to do my best to please him, and knowing that, like, how we're all born sinners and stuff, so we can't please him like we would like to, and that's why we just gotta, like, keep him on our mind and keep doing the right things, and so he's the most important thing.
I would say, like, he is, like, probably one of the most important things in my life, but my actions don't always reflect that importance. Like, you know, like, I don't always, like, you know, I rarely go to church, honestly, on campus. And then just, also, I just get caught up in so many other stuff, whether it's school, whether it's just trying to just hang out or just chill or whatever. So I lose the focus of, like, who he is and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, very important in my life too. You know, it's the most valuable thing. And you know, it's hard sometimes, you know, to echo off what these guys said, that, you know, it's the most valuable thing towards you, but a lot of times, sometimes you don't reflect that in your own actions.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, sometimes that can be tough in just the society that we live in, but yeah, it's the most important thing.
Okay. And this is kind of, you know, because you have a lot of honesty right there, Valerian, which, you know, is well appreciated. How hard is it to do the right thing being down here in college? You know, we know God and we know He's at the top. We know this, but how hard is it really to do the right thing?
it's pretty hard, actually. I mean, before high school, it wasn't anything for me just not to do anything, you know, that my parents would approve of, or I myself would approve of. But now, like, temptations they're there and they're actually real, and you feel them. So a lot of times you give into them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, cause I, like, how he was saying, and, like, I haven't been to church here either. I've been probably, like, once, and, like, I like to say that I'm doing the right thing all the time, but I know I'm not. Like, schoolwork, and you trying to balance that out, and then you, like, thinking, like, where's God coming in at, and you steady trying to do your work, but at that time, you're not, like, putting God first, you're putting the work first. And that's, like, one thing that gets me a lot. And me having a girlfriend, I talk to her all the time, and it's like, I still should be keeping him number one.
Yeah.
And she know my work, or anything else should be higher than him.
Okay.
I would say it's probably the hardest thing, like, since I've been here. It's probably harder than, it's probably the biggest adjustment I've had to make, just as far as just not always having a church to go to, and just having, because usually church is always, like, in my life personally, it's always played like a reminder role of who He is in your life, like always going and being like, oh, okay, and it kind of puts things in perspective, but I haven't had that perspective since I've been here. And so now it's just kind of like, all right, so I have all these temptations out there, but I don't have that perspective to say, all right, this is where that temptation lies. And so it's been very difficult, especially coming in out of the summer, because during the summer I was going to church a lot. I was, like, doing all these different youth programs, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to college, and man, I'm just gonna be, like, saving people, like, you know, you just have all that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you had all that, like, but the minute you get on college, I'm like, oh, so like, oh, I'm gonna be there, like, you know what I'm saying, like, so it was a big adjustment. It's something I'm still trying to work on.